Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love, and today I'd like to ask you, are you working too hard when it comes to finding love or working too hard in your dating? Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to work that hard because when you're single, oftentimes you feel obligated to accept every social invitation because you never know, the one might be there waiting, and if you don't go, you'll miss out. But I have two fabulous stories of people who found love very easily without having to really do anything or go anywhere. And so I hope it'll be inspirational. The first story you may already have heard if you had listened to me on my radio show on LA Talk Radio. And it's about my friend who is in the music business and he used to give piano lessons. So one day this woman came over for piano lessons and she took a liking to him. They hit it off. He liked her too. And she was unhappily married. Within several months, she had left her husband, filed for divorce, and they ended up dating for 5 years. Now, that in itself is already a great story, but wait, there's more. She owned a company that if I tell you the name, you'll know what it is. Obviously, if I tell you, you'll know what it is. But a big company everyone's heard of. And so when she got divorced, she got several $100 million. So not only did he find love, it was with a very wealthy woman, and it totally changed his lifestyle. They traveled around to so many places, and he moved to Beverly Hills. It was just a total lifestyle change just from sitting in his living room and having this woman walk in for piano lessons. And the funny thing is that when she was headed over there for her first lesson, because it was so far from where she lived, she was thinking, I'm not going to go back. I'll just take this one lesson, but I won't go back again. And of course, that's not what happened. And he was in his 40s, early 40s, and had been dating a lot, never been married. And, he didn't really have to knock himself out as much. If he had known, maybe he may not have. Little did he know, he just had to be sitting in his living room, put an ad on the internet about piano lessons, and voila. Made to order, there she is. The next story happened recently, and it's with a woman also in her 40s, never married, and just dating up a storm. She would just date. She wanted to get married, and she would even go out with guys who she wasn't even necessarily attracted to, but she felt, well, let me go, maybe I'll become attracted. And she was just always out with someone, always at some event, just always out. Every time I talked to her, she was up to something. And she actually hadn't been in a relationship for about 10 years. Well, one day, she's driving down the road, and there is her ex-boyfriend, which had been her last long-term boyfriend that they had dated about 10 years earlier. They exchanged numbers, and they're now dating. It's been about a month and a half, and they are talking about marriage. Now, he had never stopped loving her, he told her. However, at that time when they dated 10 years earlier, they were just both too immature. They just were not ready. Just a case of bad timing. And so again, even though, she was out there dating up a storm, I joke that she could have just, chilled, stayed home, whatever, not done anything for 10 years, and then run into him. And there he is. Of course, I'm joking, but only half joking, because you don't need to be putting so much work into dating and think, I got to get out there, I got to find him. These examples show you that, no, when it's the right time and the right person, they're just going to kind of show up. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe that because they believe you have to be proactive and you got to get out there and you got to do it. Well, where's that going to lead you? It's going to leave you exhausted. It's going to leave you jaded. Oh, I can't find anybody. I'm burnt out. I give up. Just chill. Just focus on other parts of your life. Focus on being happy with your work, your friends, your relationships, your other relationships. And think about the type of person you want in your life and feel what it would be like to have that person in your life. And before you know it, one day, someone will walk in the door, or you'll be driving down the street, and voila. So, if you would like any help with this type of issue, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net, And until next time, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.